Hello, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and today I'm going to discuss affirmations and how deep you can go with them and why. Right? Affirmations, we all know them. We say things like, I am successful, I am confident, I am in a loving relationship, I am wealthy. And sometimes clicks, right? It lands, it feels true. You know that this thing that you have said is a truth right now. It's going to happen because it already exists. Other times we stumble, it feels a little hollow, it feels a little forced, it feels a little awkward, right? And then questions arise. Am I saying it wrong? Should I go more general? Should I stop lying to myself, right? Or am I lying to myself? Right? Here's the truth. You're not trying to convince somebody that these are real. You're not trying to convince yourself that they are real either, right? You aren't trying to say, I am wealthy, You're trying to convince yourself that you are wealthy right now, and then going to look at your bank account and seeing if money materialized into it, right? You are remembering something deeper. So let's go all the way now, right? If you accept for a moment is that infinity is exactly that. It's infinite. If you accept infinity is infinite, then that's pretty much the only step. Because if you think infinity is not infinite, then you have misunderstood this. And I know it seems a little obvious, but it's not really. Because you have to, accept infinity is infinite, and then that infinite exists right now. You also have to let go of this idea that time is moving linearly. You're just experiencing versions of yourself synchronistically, but because you're experiencing it one at a time, it seems like it's linear, but it's actually, instead of doing that, it's doing that, right? Like slotting in, opposed to you doing this, okay? So when you are affirming something, what you are saying is that my affirmation referring to a specific arrangement of reality simply exists, right? That's what an affirmation is. You aren't creating a wish. You are declaring that from this knowing of infinity, and I don't know all of infinity, but I've become aware of a version of infinity that I am affirming is true. I'm affirming that it is true because I'm affirming that this is now who I am. And that's what I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing that arrangement of reality as my physical unfolding for my experiencing of it. Right? I am wealthy. So there's a version of me that infinity has, that I have, because I'm infinity, where I experience having what I consider wealth. And my reality from now is going to be a dynamic experience of all of those frames unfolding so I can experience the concept of wealth, right? Because the concept of wealth is God. The money is God. You are God. All the things you buy are God. All the things you don't buy are God. All the people you meet that don't give you money, don't pay you, that owe you money, that do pay you, they're all God. It's all in that unfolding. All of it's there, right? Just so you can experience the concept of wealth, as in have no money and have the money, don't have the thing to buy, have the thing to buy, want to buy the thing, don't buy the thing, all of that is considered into the idea of wealth that you are just simply unconscious of. But the affirmation of I am wealthy is simply true, right? Because it has to be. Because you agree that infinity is infinite, right? And you are one of those viewpoints of that same infinity. You're a lens, a portal. So, I'm going to give you an image here, an idea. Close your eyes and imagine the actual infinity symbol, that sideways 8. Imagine that it is outside of you and you are observing it, right? Just for a moment, it's floating. It's looking at you. No eyes, no face, no features, right? You know it's aware of you because you know you're aware of it. You know it's aware of you and you know you're aware of it, right? Because you are in your imagination. You are the one imagining it. So when you imagine something, you know the parameters and characteristics you've given of whatever it is you have imagined. So it doesn't matter if it's an object of an infinity symbol or a rock or a person, you know that you're the one that's giving it its parameters, because you are source. Typically, we give things parameters that we three-dimensionally believe are true in the moment, right? We have a specific person, we imagine them, and then we try to weave in the way we want them to feel about us, but we struggle because we're trying to change one thing to another instead of choosing how everyone relates to you from knowing you are infinity. If you are infinity, you can literally imagine a rock that is in love with you. Even if the rock has no movable, animated characteristics, you know that rock loves you. Why? Because you are source, right? You are the same infinity imagining itself however you want, right? So when you know that this infinity is you looking at it and you are experiencing part of it, that any part exists, then you can imagine anything that you like, because now you have realized whatever you affirm simply exists on its own, as its own thing. You don't have to make one thing another. You are affirming something that is true right now, right? Cool, eh? So that infinity that you're looking at contains every idea, every affirmation, every specific person, every version of wealth, and every expression of beauty. But those ideas, they can't just exist in stillness. You see, an idea doesn't exist in stillness. It exists as a series of frames, right? They have to be experienced. Like, you can have a picture of a sunrise, but it doesn't do that for you. You can look at it. You can look at a picture of a sunrise and try your hardest not to imagine the sun rising and then going away. Just look at the sunrise, the picture of it. It doesn't really do that. It doesn't really get you. A still frame doesn't really get you, right? The movement of the frame, the experience of the frame, the being there in the frame, the warmth of it, right? That really gets you, right? So it's the idea of beauty, which is God. And I don't mean God is beautiful. I mean the actual idea, the words, the idea of beauty, the idea of beauty. That idea is God. It's literally God consciousness, because God is abstract. God's not a solid thing. God is abstract knowing. God is just knowingness. God is infinite, intelligent knowing. So all the ideas, they actually are all God, and all of them in combination is all of God, but everything is God simultaneously on its own. But it can't be on its own. It's all one idea. It's all God, right? So God, as the idea of beauty, split itself into a sunrise and the person watching it. That's how you experience it. That's how God experiences the sunrise. It needs the sunrise and the person watching it. And the person watching it has to be able to feel the beauty of the sunrise. That's why some people don't, because it's variational parts of the same story at different viewpoints. I love a sunrise. I have no interest in a sunrise, right? That's variation. So the idea of love splits itself into two people, each reflecting the same consciousness back to each other. That's you, that's them. So when you affirm, you're not reaching outside of yourself, you are aligning with a specific expression of what already exists within you, right? I am love. The concept of I am love is God, it's alive. The concept is alive itself. Split itself into you, split itself into them, and then you love each other and you experience the concept of love. It's your choice from this physical viewpoint to call forth whatever expression and know that expression is now unfolding, right? Because reality is not a static mirror. It's dynamic. It's a mirror of consciousness, right? It doesn't reflect objects. It reflects knowing. Just like how you know your own name. It's not stored in your brain. It's not written down in your brain. You just became aware of a version of you that has this name, and now you are that, right? You can change your name by knowing that I choose a different name. Yes, but then you have a physical representation of that name. Sure, but that's part of the story. The choice is within you as a knowing that now this is what I want to be known as, and now my physical reflection will be known as this name, right? It's a felt identity. In the same way, when you say, I am with my specific person, whomever they may be. It's everybody. You're pulling forward the knowing of reality that's already in the vault of infinity. This never-ending, never unlimited knowing. Each affirmation is alive. It's consciousness. It's splitting itself into the experience of what the affirmation is referring to, right? Into scenes, into frames, into feeling, into emotion, into all that. So you, from your specific singular viewpoint, can witness them. Here's the thing. Whatever affirmation you say or don't say, that experience that your physical self experiences exists forever. It's just there. Every other viewpoint is experiencing that same affirmation in that affirmation as that specific viewpoint forever, and it's always there from every viewpoint. You're just a specific viewpoint. So you aren't creating anything. You are witnessing a sequence that already exists. Right now, blank, free from all of it. Because it's all within you. You're one with it all right now. So when you affirm, you are not asking, you are not begging, you are not forcing. You are remembering, and you are choosing, and you are becoming aware of who you are now. And the awareness itself, that's the truth. That's what creates. Right? Your focus on what you are now being aware of. That is what affirmations are. Because at the core of who you are not the thought, you are the awareness or whatever thought exists within you. If you are not the affirmation itself, you are infinity affirming a certain part of you exists as that idea. Right now, as you, as this. That's it, right? So, thank you for that. I am your host, Reese. This is Rewrite Your Reality. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the subscribing. Thank you for the following. Hope that was enlightening. Sorry, I do have a pain in my mouth there. I'm trying to talk through it, more or less. So, that being said, I have a Facebook group available if you want to join and ask me questions there and read these kinds of insights that I post all the time. Other people also post growing community, quite loving it. TikTok page is also growing quite rapidly, so that's also a fun one where different versions of these ideas are there. That being said, thank you for the liking, sharing, following, subscribing, all of it. Much love and much light, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.